The duck is back, the duck is back, that's a fact. Hang on a minute, better make sure. Bear with me, I'm not sure. Anyway, done a few head chops lately, and yeah, as you do. I'm sure you're not really interested in seeing my ugly mush. Anyway, another bike. Before we get into that, I would just like to say a special shout out to the Valley locals. There's a few of the Valley locals what put the knife in, so to speak. I got heard the other day from a mate of a mate, and don't take your bike to him, he'll find a problem, and and hey, it's absolutely fine if you think you don't want to bring your bike to me, that's fine. You're doing me a favour, because the truth is I'm fully booked for the next 3 months, and like this bike, unless they're one of my brothers or a friend of one of the brothers, I'll probably, it's not even on the thing. So just so you all know, it'll be probably August before I'll be looking for work. And saying that, this bike here, as you can see, has had a few problems. Basically, was this bike came in a while back, one of my mates, and I pointed out to him that the inner clutch hub was failing. That's the one that I've shown you all before, with the teeth breaking on the inside of the hub. And I says, hey, you want to get this looked at, we need to get a new hub. And in actual fact, the bro did listen, and he did get the part, but he had a few rides he wanted to do, which is fine, I fully understand. And the truth is, the problems that I'm facing with this bike now, I believe we're already going to go. So the hub with those teeth fracturing on the inside, the hub goes on here. I can't show you the hub because I've butchered it to make something else, but I'll get to that in a minute. So the hub on here, when the teeth, the splines on the inside of the hub clap out, the hub starts to do this, right? And then the dust from the broken splines, which is carbon, goes out the back of the clutch hub and goes thrown out, and then it gets sucked into the big bearing behind the clutch hub, and then it goes through the bearing into the clutch itself and toasted all the clutch and fibers and everything. But the truth is, the bike had done I think it's about I think last time I looked it was about 110,000 clicks, and usually at those Ks you're looking at a full clutch rebuild anyway, unless you ride like an old nana. But do the put thing. Anyway, so what's happened is, apart from all of that, this inner bearing here, I'll just get a pointer because, here we go, fully organised as usual. I noticed that last video I was saying a lot, so I'm trying to cut back. So you could see this inner race here goes on over the top of this shaft, and that is what the inner primary bearing and the seal run on. And what happens when hard riding, this bearing, inner bearing, or this sleeve, inner bearing sleeve, right, heats up. It heats up that much, and it grows. It has the ability to walk, and walk is a technical name in our trade. Is it just basically slides. It has the ability to slide across the shaft, right? And as you can see, it is slid right up, and it's actually inside. It's actually inside this output shaft, right? And the output shaft here, that is the one what the big front drive sprocket sits on, yeah, right? So, a few things that we found on the way. The big nut on the big sprocket wasn't torqued up. That was the first thing. No, that was the second thing. Like these nuts and cap heads, what go in here, they weren't torqued up either. And this big nut wasn't torqued up. It was quite loose. And then I've already had the seal out, but this seal was put in on an angle. I've put it in to keep the dust out, and that'll become clearer in a minute. So some of that is flow on from the clutch hub. Some of it's not. So if you can see, I can't really show you, but it's sort of, yeah. Anyway, it looks like the bearing. It looks like that sleeve moved some time ago, because I can tell where the bearing wear is, and it looks like it's in the wrong place, which suggests to me it's been over that way for a while. It's moved for a while. Now, I haven't got one today, but I would like all you people to know that there is an upgrade for the sleeve, and I would recommend it to anyone who's, it's apparently nearly double the money of the standard Harley one, but I would recommend it. And the reason being is that on this end of the sleeve, the ID, there's a lip on the end of this on the sleeve, which actually stops it sliding that way. So it's just, it'll only go in till it hits. There's a little ridge here, you see, and there's a little ridge on the sleeve, and it goes in and it hits here. I think I've actually got one up in the workshop, but I haven't brought it down. I'll do that on the next video. So so the fact of the problem what we've got today is because that this sleeve is so hard up onto this this output shaft, which is the one what the bigger one at the back, okay, is the output shaft. Because it's so close to there, I could heat this with the gas and then try to put a screwdriver in the back and lever it. But there's two problems with that. The first problem is that this is a very, very thin lip on this output shaft, right? And you never want to lever off something like that. The second thing is that the bearing, if you do that, what you will be doing is you're actually loading up the big bearing on inside, and then when you're pushing it off, you're loading it up the other bearings on the other end of the shaft as well. So if all of you guys halfway through this go, oh, we just heat it up with the gas and lever it off with the screwdriver, there's actually some really good reasons why not to do that. And mainly it's called bearing damage to this bearing and the other bearings on the other side of the gearbox, because you're using two lots of force against themselves to get it out. And the other reason is the potential damage you're doing on this output shaft. So, as far as I'm concerned, that got ruled out. I'm gonna end it there, because I feel that's. I would just like to say, after making those last tools for this area, I thought that I was over making the tools for this area, but no, I've had to make a new one. I'm going to pause it there and then I'll show you the next tool that I had to make. All right.